How's everyone doing? That's what I want to hear. We've only got 2 concerts left, today and next Sunday. Today we have Jambalaya Horns. Good to see you. Next week we have Lisa Love coming. She'll be closing off the season for us. We're expecting a big crowd, so get here early for that. Also, we want to thank our sponsors. Oh, by the way, this is Beth Myers. I'm Brian Dozer. We're part of the committee. Deb Morrison and Fred Shepard. Fred Shepard. We're the 4 people on the committee who help pick the bands for these shows. So if there's someone you're interested in, let us know. I just saw a band called Ball in the House, and they're a big a cappella-ish kind of group around the Boston area, so might have those guys up for next year. You never know. It can be almost anyone. So we usually like to have 1 or 2 repeats from the current season to the next season. So if there was someone that really did it for you this year, let us know. But we won't take too much time, but we do want to thank our sponsors, the Mass Cultural Council. Both the towns of Hamilton and Wenham help participate in this. The Institution for Savings, the Hamilton Wenham Veterinary Hospital, Anthony and Dodge, CPAs, and the WVIS, the Wenham Village Improvement Society, which is also known as the Tea House. We don't have a bucket today, but if you'd like to throw a buck or 2 into the market basket bag that Beth has, that will help offset the cost of these. Even with all these sponsors, it still doesn't meet the cost of what the bands all cost. So every little bit does help. Another shout out to our friends over at the Cravery, the pink truck there, selling the acai bowl that I'll be getting in about 45 seconds as soon as I'm done talking. And they have great ice cream specials too as well. And none of this could happen without the beautiful people over at the Community House. It's our little jewel here in Hamilton Wenham. So if you're not active in any Community House things, I don't know, it'd be crazy to think if you weren't active in any of them. We have a lot of theater stuff. We have a children's program in which some crazy guy gets up and plays music for little pre-K kids once, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, called the Music Band. And let's see, we have a big theater program there and an after-school program called the Kids Community. So it's a great place, and they for the last 15 years have been part of the Patton Park Committee. So we're kind of all working together to bring these concerts to you. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to the people who are going to make some great noise for us, the Jambalaya Horns.
Good afternoon, Hamilton. South Hamilton, West Hamilton, East Hamilton, and North Hamilton. We're the Jambalaya Horns from the North Shore. It's good to be back. This is our second time here. I think we were here a few years ago, and there's nothing cooler than playing a park that has a tank in it. And even better than that, on a hot summer day when you can get some shade by the tank. That's really... It's a panther. So we're going to take you down to New Orleans this evening. That is what we do. We hope that you have a good time, and if you feel like dancing, you can dance. If you feel like singing or clapping, you can sing or clap. You can pat your knees. Whatever you feel, let's get some horn. All right, here's one you might recognize. If you want to sing along, the lyrics are Little Liza Jane. Martina Gallo. I got a girl from New Orleans, finest little girl you ever seen. Said I got a girl from New Orleans, looking mighty fine in a brand new jeans. In the morning, whoa, little eyes, oh, little eyes, Jane. 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 Whoa, little eyes, oh, little eyes, Hey, you guys, on the keyboards, that was Martina Gallo, and on the guitar, Christian Toller. We're going to play a little boogaloo for you now. The alligator boogaloo. We're giving the drummer some. Robbie Perkins on the drum. And on the bass, Gary Wolsifer. The Alligator Boogaloo on the baritone saxophone, the one and only Henry Douglas Jr. On the trumpet, Anthony Prestigiovanni. On the drums, Robbie Perkins. On the bass, and very oftentimes the tuba or sousaphone, Gary Wolsifer. And once again on the keys, that's Martina Gallo. And on the guitar, Christian Toller. We're gonna funk it up now. So if you want to sing along, the lyrics are, I feel like funking it up.
Very hard work.
I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. Get in the groove on the floor. 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 Well, I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up, feel like funking it up. I feel like funking it up. Let's add some home. that's an oldie right from New Orleans. This is a new one. This is a new one from the Uptown Jazz Orchestra. We're gonna do it with. If you've seen the Jambalaya Horns before, sometimes we play with 3 horns. Sometimes we play with 6, 7, and a couple weeks ago we did 13.
That was 13?
Those are 13 horns. So sometimes we're a big band orchestra. This comes from the Uptown Jazz Orchestra down in New Orleans. This is the Sidewalk Sizzle. This one comes by way of the Preservation Hall Jazz Band. This is called La Malanga. Thank you all so much. We hope you're having a good time today. We thought, you know, if we're going to bring the New Orleans sound, we'll try to bring as much heat and humidity as we can. That's all we were asking for in the weather report. 78 dew point.
What's that mean?
But we got some sun cover. We're gonna take a short break after this next song. If you know it, it's by the Rolling Stones. Feel free to sing along. Tell us about it, man. She'd rub my aching head, pain, what a pity. How I cried, the same old story, the same old lie. That's when I used to love her, but it's all over now. That's when I much. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll take a short break. We are the Jambalaya Horns. with the one that you know the best. Swing that booty all night long. Ta-na-dee-na-dee, ta-na-dee-na-dee, oh ta-na-dee-na-dee, 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 sa-dee-na-dee, ta-na-dee-na-dee, ta-na-dee-na-dee, ta-na-dee-na-dee. Let's get some keys. Shake it everywhere. Well, you take your left hand, you throw it in the air. You take your right hand, you put it on your hip. You take your left hand, you shake it everywhere. Well, you do the Fat Tuesday at the Mardi Gras. You do the Fat Tuesday. Rolling Joe had a candy store, telephone chain behind the door. Cops running and Joe running out. Brother Mo began to shout, Rolling Joe, man at the door. He won't let me go as fast as you can. Oh, he's holding my hand. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. Hide that crystal ball across the fence. Don't let him find no evidence. Tell my old lady to bend and fly. I gotta have a good alibi. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. When you get home, get in your bed. Call up the doctor, tie your head. Tell my old lady to post my bed. I don't want to stand this running jail. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. Run, Joe. To the Joe. I said Basin Street, that's the street where the rich, the poor folks all meet. never know how nice it seems. Really just what it means. I said Basin Street. Whoa, that's the street where the fun and the party folks all meet down in New Orleans. You lose them Basin Street blues. Tell them, Tony. Basin Street, yeah, that's the street where the rich, the poor folks all meet down in New Orleans. Yeah, that's the land of dreams, and you never know how nice it seems. Really just what it means. I said Basin Street. Whoa, that's the street where the rich, the party folks meet, and the poor people too down in New Orleans. You're gonna get down there and party, Tony. They get them Basin Street blues. All right, bring it home. Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming on out today on this beautiful Sunday. Remember, there is one Sunday left next weekend for the music. Yeah, there's still more live music coming up. It's still summertime. We've got a couple weeks. So this is that part. If you remembered, if you brought your horn today, we're getting there. It could be a trumpet or a trombone or a clarinet or a kazoo, whatever you got, or if you want to sing a clap. We're going to bring it home just a little bit. On this one, if you know, you can sing along too. Ako one day, Giacomo Fina Anane. gonna party and mess around. I said, Giacomo Finati, talking about hey now, hey now, I can walk one day. Giacomo Finati, Giacomo Finati. Giacomo Finati, Giacomo Finati, with Giacomo Finati, with Giacomo Finati. I'm the king of the swinging zone, jungle VIP. I've reached the top, I've had to stop, and that's what's bothering me. I wanna be a man come, show right into town, and be just like the other men. I'm tired of walking around, so move and do. I wanna be just like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, too. You see it's true, and if like me can learn to be human too. Tell me the secret, man, come on, clue me what you do. What I desire is man's red fire, so I can be like you. Now don't try to kid me, man, come. I made a deal with you. What I desire is man's red fire, so I can be just like you. So move it, do. I wanna be just like you. I wanna walk like you, talk like you, too. You see it's true, and if like me can learn to be human too. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. In the afterlife, you could be headed for the serious strife. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. I said, people listen attentively. I mean about the calamity. I used to think the guy was obsolete until I heard him stomping his feet. Guitar. For the serious strife. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. In the afterlife, you could be headed for the serious strife. Now you make the scene all day, but tomorrow there'll be hell to pay. Beauty, talent, fame, money, refinement, job, skill, and brain. All the things you used to hide will be revealed on the other side. Beauty, talent, fame, money, refinement, job, skill, and brain. And all the Lose your name, lose your face, then give me the voice to the flames. And the D, and the A, and the M, and the A, and the T, and the I, and the I-O-N. Lose your name, lose your face, then give me the voice to the flames. I have. Thank you guys so much for all the Jambalaya Horns. One more time on the trumpet, that's Anthony Giovanni. Our baritone sax player, Henry Douglas Jr. On the bass, sometimes, many times, the sousaphone and the tuba, that's Gary Wolsifer. On the keys, Martina Gallo. On the guitar, Christian Toller. Now, on the drums, tonight, this guy is usually our full-time percussionist, but before he moves down south in a few weeks, we want to give a big shout-out and thank you to Robbie Perkins, tonight behind the kit. And a shout-out to our regular drummer, original in the Jambalaya Horns, who's overseas in Germany right now. That's Rick Garrity. It happens to be his birthday, so Rick, if you can hear us over in Germany, happy birthday, buddy. We'll see you at the next gig. My name is Carlos Menezes Jr. We are the Jambalaya Horns. Thank you so much for coming on down to New Orleans with us this evening. We want to thank Hamilton here and the Cultural, the Community Center for having us. Thank you, Beth, once again for reaching out. We hope to be back sometime in the future. We'll see you next time. If you know it, you can sing along. When the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, how I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, and if that sun refused to shine, and if that sun refuses to shine, how I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, how I want to be in that number. When the saints go marching in. guys so much for the Jambalaya Horns. Enjoy the rest of your summer. Come back next Sunday.